part 2 of karting versus my football team. Now we're queued up in the pits, just all seems normal at the moment, but there's a little problem with the car as I start pulling out. As you can see, my throttle cable was stuck on. I'm not sure whether it was something to do with the engine or whether it was just the cable itself, but completely butchered. So they got me out and put me in this very nice all black number 17 kart, only one that they had in the fleet. So I was like, oh, it might be a bit special then. It might be the Marshall's kart that's a bit quicker, but no. As you will see, stone cold, and I'm guessing it hadn't been used for most of the day. Evidently, because when I come out of the pit lane and when I compare my times in this session and the first session, I only beat my lap time from the first session by about half a tenth of a second. So there was definitely time that I could have found and definitely could have improved on if I got a kart that had been used a bit more. So we'll just try and warm everything up a little bit, get the revs high as possible, and we'll just have to see how it goes really. The bumps also, mixed with the lack of grip on tyres, made it extremely hard to keep going the right direction, to be honest, just in general. So a little bit of swerving, trying to get the tyres a little bit heat into them on the surface temperatures at least, just to be able to keep it neat for a lap. As you can see, still it didn't really have as much power compared to the previous kart, which is rental karts. You don't really get them all the same level every time, but I could clearly see that I wasn't pulling away as much. Big incident there, as if I actually hit the apex on that corner. The reason I didn't hit the apex on that corner was because of how slow the kart was to begin with. I was going to turn in a little bit later and then get the inside line to go up turn 2, and if I did take the apex to turn 1, I would have been a goner, which would have been far more exciting content wise, but in reality it probably would have hurt a little bit, so I'm thankful that I didn't turn into that apex. Just waiting for the barriers to be sorted out. They just need to get rearranged because obviously the tracks, one side is going one way, the other side is going the other way, so it's got to be put back on the lines so that the track layout hasn't changed. So it took them a little while, but we will be getting going again soon, and when we do, we'll be trying to track everyone down again and get as far up that leaderboard as possible timing wise, because at the end we combined everyone's times from both sessions to see who came out on top. So just trying to work my way through. Obviously it's just fun at the end of the day. I'm not taking it too seriously, but I am competitive, so I do want to win, and I'd look like a right muppet if I show up in all my gear and don't win. So gotta make some point out of it. Back to yellow flags we go, keeping it nice and steady, trying to close up to the kart in front. Goes to green and we close up straight away. Look for the switchback at the chicane, and we just manage to keep it up the inside, and now we'll carry on for a lap to try and regain a bit of that heat that we were just trying to get into the kart to begin with before the red flag. So we'll see how it goes, try to handle this kart. Obviously with the reduction in power and the loss of grip, it's made it very difficult, but we are still closing up to everyone else, so we're still quicker than everyone on track. Marginally slower than myself in the previous session, but saying that, the pace isn't still bad. It's still going alright. We're keeping it nice and clean, just trying to experiment with the lines through these first couple corners. Gonna let this one play out a little bit, see how I get on in trying to catch back up to everyone after the little pit lane mishap. that is the end of the second session. Trying to beat my football team. I'll put the times up in a second for my personal bests, and I'll also do a little top 3 as well. But yeah, that is it. A lovely, lovely event that the football team put together for us all. Everyone had a great time, and it was a really nice little send-off for us all. So thank you to the football team, they know who they are. And in the next video, it is going to be a bit more different kind of videos, and we're going to be going to an outdoor track. First outdoor appearance on the YouTube. Obviously, with all of the big outdoor tracks, you can't put your GoPro on a rental car and you can't put it on your helmet, so it's a bit more difficult for me to get footage, but this one I went to allowed it, so stay tuned and you'll see that video out in the near future. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.
My fucking throttle was stuck on, I had to change car.
Yeah, I thought great shot.